Good afternoon, everyone. This is one of the founders of Enemy Crypto. My name is Nico. Today we are going to do another, more global market breakdown. I'll explain why we can go, basically, from current on ATN and a lot of other metrics that I've talked about before, such as market delta, such as the USDT index, what they're showing and what they're saying. Well, let's start then with market delta. Market delta is one of the main tools that we use to analyze. The service that I use is the resonance link in the description. The best service for cluster analysis, I think. Okay, now, let's take a close look. We have an index. We choose the altcoin to Bitcoin index. That means the difference between the strength of the market buyers and sellers at the moment. All the altcoins in the market to Bitcoin. That is specifically on pairs to Bitcoin. Why is this important right now? Because Bitcoin is very expensive right now, and obviously we're waiting for it to start to spill over into cheap altcoins. We look at this index. Well, this huge stick we do not take because it was a scam FTX. That is, roughly speaking, it is a bug in general. They should fix it. We take after that. It turns out that we see that we are now literally at the bottom. Because it was the bottom, and here was the bottom. All these departures below the green line. It was the bottom. And now he's just hit that bottom. And we're very low. And now we've already started to reverse. That means that the alts to Bitcoin are not that oversold right now. They're just worth pennies. They're worth dust. They're worth nothing. You could even put it that way. And accordingly, we'll start a reversal upwards, as it usually always does. Because the market always seeks balance. That's one of the most important things in the market in general. It's balance. That is, no matter how overbought or oversold everything on the market is, everything tends to balance. Therefore, the recovery at least to the balance, and at most to the highs, it is very much. That is, they will start pouring expensive Bitcoin, which is now worth 100,000, into cheap alts. So the pumps that are waiting for us, they may just be incomprehensible to people at the moment. Next, altcoins to all money. Why am I picking? There's this metric, altcoins to staples, and there's to all money. To all money is the more expansive one, let's put it that way. More expansive because it's not just to staples we're looking at. We're looking also to fiat. To all currencies and so on, that is to all the money that is in the market, we also see basically the same thing, almost at the bottom. In these places we were lower, but it does not matter, because at that time there was a bear market. Respectively, the amount of money was different on the market. The phase was different, and now the market is bullish. So we look at the index from the beginning of the bull market. Again, we observe a similar picture. The index is below the green line, which can be interpreted, roughly speaking, as the perfect time to buy altcoins. Let me just add to that right now. I'll add here the chart of Ethereum to USDT. Why Ethereum? Because Ethereum is the main altcoin on the market, the most highly capitalized, so we will compare it, but this applies to absolutely all other altcoins. Let's see. So the first time we were at the bottom, right here, the market delta index. Here's the bottom below the green line. Where was that? That was the bottom in Ethereum. It was right here. Ethereum then cost $1,600. We went up to 2,500, and then we went below the green line. It was right here on Ethereum, 2,300, and then we went up to 4,000. We went into the overbought zone. You can see here that we went into the red zone, and we went into a correction, then back into the green zone. Here it is on the market delta. Let's go into correction. We just missed the green zone. I mean, it didn't go lower, but it touched it. Okay, we got a reaction. Here's the reaction. So we've gone from 3,000 to 3,500 on Ethereum. Not much, but still. And then the delta mark went back below the green. That's where we went, pretty much below the green. You can see that, can't you? That was 2,300 on the Ethereum. After that, it went up to 4,000 on Ethereum. And now look, I'm explaining a very important point right now. We're here on Ethereum. First of all, the market delta index was rising, and Ethereum rose to 4,000. Just like it went up to 4,000 here. But the market delta index only came to balance, so it hasn't come into the red zone yet. Ethereum wasn't even overbought yet. It just came into balance. And here we are below the green line again, so this is again a perfect place to buy Ethereum. It can't be better, I'm telling you right away. Now we're just going to start rising again. And at the same time, notice we've been here. Every time we come below the green line, the price of Ethereum has been higher. Now we're below the green line again, but the price here, 3,400, was just recently. So the selling across the market is the same in quantity, and the price is not dropping as low, meaning the selling is holding. All of this tells us that altcoins are looking very bullish because the sales are holding. This is true not only for Ethereum, but also altcoins to all the money in the market. It also applies to altcoins to Bitcoin, which is generally the most important thing, I think. I'll show you another metric of the USDT index, what it has drawn. This one is trending. Not many people actually look at it, very few people, but I'll draw your attention to it because in my mind it looks very strong. Let's take a line chart. Look at this beauty. A trend that's been going since 2018. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We broke it just recently and retested it. We got a retest of the trend line. That's it. People are waiting now for Bitcoin at 84,000. What's the point of going here again for a trend line to what? What's the point of that? I don't see the point. If we take a fib on all this momentum, here it is, all the momentum. From here to here, down to 0. We fused to the 618 level, and we got a reaction. First target's here, second target's here. That's it. You don't have to do anything fancy. On the USDT index, we're going this way, maybe even here later. We'll watch it in the moment. That means what? That means Bitcoin is going up. Where to? Well, the 120,000, 130,000, 140,000 area. I don't know exactly. It doesn't matter because we don't care about Bitcoin. We care about altcoins. You care about Ethereum. You care about Bitcoin dominance, which I've also shown you many times, which, right now, has broken the global structure. And it's also going down. So pay attention to the altcoins. Don't miss the chance, but don't go out too early. I have also said many times, the first target is global target 1 on Bitcoin domination. And if they give global target 2, someone will say you can't be greedy. You can't do this. You can't do that. Oh my gosh. Those who have been waiting for 3 years. Did you want to wait 3 years to get 2 or 3x? Do as you want. That is, better 2 or 3x than nothing. I do not argue. But the point is that there was no situation when you took 2 or 3x, you went out and took the profit, and the coin then grew by a conditional 10x from your fixation point, and so that you did not get FOMO and did not restart again on the ATH. Make sure that doesn't happen. I will also show you the Bitcoin market delta on the dashboard, the market stat. It's also an interesting metric that's worth showing and explaining, because probably not everybody realizes how important it is. But I'll explain it to you now. On the left is a chart of Bitcoin. On the right is a chart of the market delta of Bitcoin to all money. Turn on the cumulative delta and watch. Sales are increasing cumulatively. They are getting bigger and bigger. That is, when a lot of people sell over and over again, there is a cumulative effect. We see that here. When Bitcoin cost 67,000, sales were 150,000 more cumulatively. Now there are 200,000 more sales, approximately. But the price, it has not fallen to those values, or even, as it should logically. It is here in the sideways. I mean, all these sales are just holding them up. It's not visible to the eye, but it's holding them up. This cumulative delta divergence is a very strong signal and a serious signal. Besides, this blue line, I'm following it now. That's the Bitcoin market delta. Look where we're at. You see, there's a level here. Roughly speaking, here it is. That's when we were at these values. What was that? That's right. That was the bottom of Bitcoin. 38,000, and then it went up to 73,000. The second time we came here, Bitcoin was at 55,000. Yes, we then fell even lower, but again we formed a divergence. Here we updated the bottom, and here we did not update. It led to the growth of the asset from 50,000 to 100,000. And here we came to this zone again. We are waiting for the return, at least to the balance. Soon the market buyer will start to act, because the market seller has already exhausted his reserve of forces, and soon the buyer will take the initiative. That's how the market works. It can't be endless selling. There is always a pullback and there is always a balance, especially in a bull market. The price is always magnetized to the balance. Think about it. If 60,000 Bitcoins cumulatively held here, then to break through all this and go even here, because many people are waiting for Bitcoin at 70,000, how much should be sold cumulatively? 200,000, 300,000? Where should this amount of Bitcoins appear in the sales now? That's why Bitcoin is bullish. I expect altcoins to rise. First on Bitcoin, then on altcoins. Very strong growth. In the medium term, maybe even in the short term. Take your time and don't do anything stupid. We have regular analytics in our Telegram channel Enme Crypto. With you was Nico from the Enme team. See you soon.